Hello. Hello. Good morning, students. I am Pierna, presenting me, madam, presenting today one class on pneumococcus bacteria. So first we'll discuss regarding the morphology of pneumococcus, then culture, lab diagnosis, biochemical reactions, pathological features, what is the treatment and what is the uh, vaccinations against the pneumococcal pneumonia. So pneumococcal is the most important one of the organism is causing the so many disease conditions in the children as well as in human beings also, adults also. So it is very commonly causing the meningitis in the adults, even in the children's otitis media and pneumonia is also very common because of pneumococcus. So we are going to discussing regarding the morphology of pneumococci. So pneumococci are pneumococci are the gram-positive, small 1 micrometer, slightly elongated cocci with one end broad and other end is pointed, presenting a flame-shaped or lanceolate appearance. See, if you are seeing this figure, the structure says one end is the elongated, one end is the pointed, and one end is the broad. Both are combining together. That is called as an lanceolate. Means రెండు కొనలు వచ్చి యాడ్ అయిపోయి పొడుచుకొని ఉంటాయి చూడండి, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అన్ లాన్సియోలేట్ అపియరెన్స్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అక్కర్ ఇన్ pairs with the broad ends opposing each other. They are capsulated and the capsule encloses each pair. They are non-motile and non-sporing. These are the most important morphological characteristics of a pneumococci. Gram-positive, elongated cocci. One end is very broad, one end is pointed, presenting a flame-shaped or lanceolate appearance. It is occurs in pairs with broad ends opposing to each other. These are the capsulated and each capsule encloses by each pair non-motile and non-sporing. Next, what are the cultural characteristics? They are aerobics and facultative anaerobics, means they can live with oxygen or without oxygen. That is the meaning of facultative anaerobics. So with or without oxygen, but most commonly aerobics. Their optimum temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, approximately 25 to 42. Then optimum pH of the pneumococci is the 7.8, approximately 6.5 to 8.3. The growth is enhanced by 5 to 10% of the carbon dioxide. Then if you are seeing the another cultural characteristics on the blood agar, so if you are seeing the pneumococci on the blood agar, how the colonies are appear like this. If you are seeing this figure, see the figure, this is called as a colonies. Very here you are seeing this is the colonies. So the colonies are very small and dome shaped with an area of greenish discoloration. So we are seeing the greenish discoloration of the colonies very dome shaped. So why it is happening means due to the hemolysis, alpha hemolysis, destruction of the red blood cells. On prolonged incubation, the colonies becomes flat with raised edges and a central umbonation. Umbonation means the surroundings all is becomes flattened, central area is depressed, just like a coin. సో ఒక రూపాయి కాయిన్ తీసుకుంటే చుట్టూ అంతా కూడా ఫ్లాట్గా ఉండి మధ్యలో పార్ట్ డిప్రెషన్గా ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ విధంగా ఉండేదాన్ని అంబనేషన్ అంటారు. ఇది ఎందుకు వస్తుందంటే డ్యూ టు అటోలైసిస్, మీన్స్ destruction of the cells and tissues by their own enzymes by the lysosomes. It is happening ambonation due to autolysis. Autolysis and destruction of the cells and tissues by their own enzymes. Then all these colonies are appears concentric rings when viewed from the above. If you are seeing all this just like a rings, we are seeing the colonies. So just like appearance of Drahtmann appearance or Karam coin appearance. So just like a one coin rupees we are seeing. So if you are seeing the cultural characteristics, the colonies on the blood agar, so this is the alpha hemolysis and due to autolysis we are seeing the concentric rings flattened. See, this is I'm going to explain it. So this is the colonies. This is just like a coin appearance due to autolysis. Another name is called as a Drahtmann appearance. So surrounding center is the depressed, the surroundings also is the flat and center is the depressed part is called as a Drahtmann appearance or coin-like appearance. So if you are seeing the structure, so this is due to the alpha hemolysis. If you are seeing the pneumococcus colony due to the alpha hemolysis, so this is the structure we are observing, and it is very sensitive to the optochin. Optochin test is very important in the pneumococci. If you are seeing the sensitive to optochin, the pneumococcus colony will be appears like this red, all this red color. In middle we are seeing the blackish. This is called as a sensitive to the optochin test. Next, resistance of the pneumococcus. The pneumococcus are very delicate organism and easily destroyed by the heat. So it is very delicate organism, easily destroyed by the heat by 54 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Very sensitive to the bacitration and has developed resistance to the drugs. Dies within few days in culture unless stored by a powerful media 4 degrees centigrade. Preferably Robertson's cooked meat medium is very important. Rapidly inactivated by antiseptics and many antibiotics. So it is can be dies within few days. For that purpose we can preserve so for long period by using the Robertson cooked meat medium. Very less resistance to the drugs. Then what are the biochemical reactions of the pneumococci? They ferment several sugars with acid production only. The fermentation of the insulin is very important in the differentiation of the pneumococci from streptococci. Their bile solubility test positive. If you are using the catalase as a catalyst, it is as a negative test. If you are using the oxidase and enzyme, it is a negative test. These are the biochemical reactions. So if you are seeing the insulin fermentation, so this is indication negative, a bright red color. So here this is the positive test. We are seeing the golden light yellow golden color. Here the gas is forming. So this is the gold fermentation is called the insulin fermentation. Then if you are seeing the bile solubility test, so this is the most important Streptococcus mitis lysed by the bile. If you are having the autolysis, you are seeing the structure like this. If you are seeing only lysed by the bile, so you are seeing this one. This is the Streptococcus pneumonius lysed by the bile. Streptococcus mitis is lysed by the bile. This is the two species Streptococcus pneumonius, Streptococcus mitis. If you are biled by the bile, lysed by the bile, this is the two indications. So this is the positive test. So this is also one of the bile solubility test. So if you are taking the culture reactions under the bile solubility test, the collies are appears like this. Then what is the antigenic structure of the pneumococcus? One is the capsular polysaccharide. It is also called a specific soluble P ledu, specific soluble substance triple S. Since it is soluble in tissue, diffuse into culture media and infect to exudates. Then another capsular polysaccharide, one of the most important quelling action will be takes place. That is another name called as anti-capsular reaction. It was discovered in 1902. Here, a suspension of pneumococci is mixed on the slide with a drop of specific antiserum. In the presence of homologous antiserum, the capsule shows a swelling reaction. Quilling reaction is asking in the examination 2 marks question. It is one type of the anticapsular reaction under the antigenic structure of pneumococci. So if you are mixing with a slide of antiserum, so how the appearance is swelling reaction we are seeing. So in the later slide I will show. So this is swelling reaction, capsular swelling. So if you are seeing the cell, so swelling reaction is seeing around the cell. This is the swelling reaction is called as a Quilling reaction. It is only we are seeing in the pneumococcal biochemical reaction. Then second biochemical reaction is commonly present M protein. Third is cell wall carbohydrate. Or other name is called as C substance. It is associated with the cell wall. Again, this an abnormal protein beta globulin is produced in the sera of patient that disappears during convulsions. It is also detected in sera of patients with some other illness. This is called C-reactive proteins. So many in rheumatoid arthritis and some autolysis disease condition, we are sending the blood examination for C-reactive proteins, CRP and tertiary. So if it is positive, that is indicating some pneumococcal infection. So another name is called as an C-reactive protein. This is an acute phase substance produced in the hepatocytes. Its production is stimulated by bacterial infection, malignancies and tissue destructions. It can be detected by the latex agglutination test. So all these are the biochemical reactions. One antigenic structure under the biochemical reactions, antigenic structure, capsular polysaccharide, under the capsular polysaccharide quilling reaction. Then second is the protein, M protein, it is having the attachment with the cell wall. And third is cell wall carbohydrate, another name is C substance or C reactive protein. All these are the biochemical reactions of a pneumococci. Next, mechanism of pathogenesis, how it is entering into the system, how it is producing the disease conditions in our body, what are the symptoms we can be see because of the pneumococcus in our body. So once the entry of pneumococci into the nasopharynx through the oral cavity or through the nose enter into the nasopharynx. So colonization of the takes place in the nasopharynx. From the nasopharynx, it will go the infection to the middle ear. So because of the middle ear, paranasal sinuses and respiratory tract by direct spread. So it is mainly entering into the nose and oral cavity, directly spreading to the middle ear. Due to this reason, otitis media is very common in the children. Not only the middle ear going to the infecting paranasal sinuses and respiratory tract by direct spreading contact to airlet infections. Then after that one infection maybe goes through the blood to the meninges. It is also leads to the meningitis also. Then after that one through the blood it is also entering into the blood circulation leads to the bacteremia which also leads to the disseminated infection as in the heart, peritoneum and joint. So the most common entry of the microorganism is through the nose and oral cavity. Through the nose and nasopharynx, it will spreading to the middle ear, paranasal sinuses, respiratory tract infections leads to the pneumonia. Not only all the things through the blood, it is going to transmitting the blood circulations, bacteremia, and going to the infecting the heart leads to the endocarditis, myocarditis, and going to the joints leads to the joint arthritis, and going to the peritoneum, going to the peritonitis. All the infections are causing because of pneumococci. But most commonly, we are seeing the pneumococcal meningitis is also very common. It is going and spreading the infection to the meninges through the blood. It is also leads to the meningitis. Then what is the pathogenesis and clinical features? One of the most important common bacteria is causing the pneumonia is the lobar pneumonia, bronchopneumonia, always secondary to the viral infection. So under the first lobar pneumonia, all the lobes are involving in the lung structure. The bronchus also going to involving the pneumococcal infection. Then third one is the meningitis. So it is also involving the infection of the meninges. It is the most serious pneumococcal infection. Second most important cause of pyogenic meningitis after meningococci. Then among all these lobar pneumonia, bronchopneumonia and meningitis, some other infections are otitis media, inflammation of the middle ear, especially Eustachian tube. In the children, it is very common. Then sinusitis, inflammation of the sinuses, empyema, the first formation in the lobes. Then peritonitis, inflammation of the peritoneum. Peritoneum is nothing but it is a layer covered by all abdominal organs. So all these are involving the pneumococcal infections. So if you are seeing the normal alveoli, so how the infection is spreading here. Then what is the clinical features? How we are detecting the patient is having the pneumococcal infection. So immediately it is an abrupt, not accurate, abrupt onset you will be seeing. The patient having the complaints of fever, shaking, chills with rigors, ప్లూరైటిక్ చెస్ట్ పెయిన్ ప్రొడక్టివ్ కాఫ్ దగ్గినప్పుడు గల్లపడ్డము చెస్ట్ పెయిన్ రావడము తర్వాత చలిగా ఉండడము టెంపరేచర్గా ఉండడము ఆయాసం డిస్నియా ఆయాసంగా ఉండడము pulse rate becomes very fast and respiration is also very fast. Tachypnea means a rapid respiration. Dyspnea means difficulty for taking respiration. Hypoxia means loss of oxygen in the tissue. So all these are the some clinical features we are seeing due to the pneumococcal infections if it is involving in the pulmonary system, pneumonia. Then if you are seeing the pneumococcal infections in the children, bacteremia without known site of infection, most common clinical presentation. So pneumococcal pneumonia leading cause of the bacterial meningitis among the children younger than 5 years of age. So less than 5 years of age childrensలో ఈ న్యూమోకోకల్ వల్ల కామన్గా చిల్డ్రన్స్లో ఏమేమి వస్తాయంటే మెనింజైటిస్ వస్తుంది, ఇన్ఫ్లమేషన్ ఆఫ్ మెనింజస్, highest rate of meningitis among the children younger than 1 year of age. సో ఎక్కువగా 1 year లోపు పిల్లలకు ఎక్కువగా మెనింజైటిస్ వస్తే ఈ మెనింజైటిస్ అనేది ఎందువల్ల వస్తుందంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ న్యూమోకోకల్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్. నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్ థింగ్ అక్యూట్ ఆర్టిటిస్ మీడియా ఆల్సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ spreading of the infection to the middle ear. So in the children less than 1 year, less than 5 years, meningitis is very common due to the pneumococcal infection. Then inflammation of the middle ear, it is also causing the otitis media. Then diagnosis. How we are producing the diagnosis of streptococcal pneumonia, pneumococcal pneumonia? By chest X-ray, by the culture and staining, that is by using the blood agar, biochemical reactions, antigenic structure. So, or we can do the colonies identification, then biochemical test and culture and staining chest X-ray. Sputum also we are collecting and we are sending. What is the lab diagnosis? How the specimens are collecting? So if the patient is having productive cough, sputum we are taking. So, my Sada, glasses. So sputum is there, specimen sputum is there. So if the patient is having the productive coughs, so sending the sputum, cerebrospinal fluid in the cases of meningitis. If any infection in the blood, bacteremia or endocarditis or pericarditis or any joints inflammation, osteoarthritis, in that one we are collecting the blood and if any infection in the pleural cavity, exudate, pus formation is there, we are collecting the pleural fluid in the peritoneum. If any peritonitis is there, you are collecting the peritoneal fluid, you are sending for the examination. So immediately a proper appropriate labeling is very important. Collection of the specimen by sterile method, by sterile taking container, immediately proper labeling and sending immediately to the laboratory investigation is the responsibility of a nurse. Then what are the methods? Under the direct microscope, we are seeing the gram staining of specimens, large number of pus cells. If you are seeing this figure, see all these are the pus cells we are seeing. And typical organism. If you are seeing the colonies, already we discussed regarding the culture, typical colony morphology, Drautmann appearance, alpohemolysis, just like a coins. So surroundings all the flattened center is the depressed because of hemolysis and autolysis, just like a Drautmann appearance or coin appearance colonies. In all biochemical reaction already we discussed these things. So we are seeing the ground staining from the colony and the biochemical reactions. These two topics I already discussed regarding the first slides. Biochemical reactions, that is antigenic structure, then blood agar and autolysis and hemolysis, then C-reactive protein. All this comes under the biochemical reaction. In the gram staining, we are seeing the colonies like this, Drautmann appearance kind like colonies. So all these are after sending the laboratory of specimens, we are doing this microscopy and culturing, and we are finding by using the biochemical reagents, we are identifying the problem. So we are seeing the quilling reaction already said. So in the center we are seeing the swelling because of the mixing with the antiserum. Then serology for the detection of capsular polysaccharide agglutination by the counter immunoecotrophs. Latest agglutination test also we are taking. Not only all this quilling reaction and agglutination test, even you can do the detection animal pathogenicity test by the intraperitoneal inoculation into a mouse. So we are injecting the specimen into the mouse by the peritoneal inoculation into the mouse. Also we can detect the pathogenicity test also by the animal. What is the treatment for the pneumococcal? Penicillin is very important. Cephalosporin is very important treatment. The prophylaxically we can give the vaccination. A polyvalent polysaccharide vaccine is available. We can give against the pneumococcal infections. It is also very common for getting the problem meningitis and pneumonia. So you can prevent the pneumonia meningitis prophylactically to can give the polyvalent polysaccharide vaccine. So this is the a brief regarding the pneumococcus bacteria, pneumococcal infections, pneumococcal diseases, pneumococcal culture, characteristics and another biochemical reactions and treatment and prophylaxis. So what is the difference between the viridans pneumococcus and the pneumococcal bacteria? So if you are taking the morphology, quilling test, colonies, growth in liquid, bile solubility, insulin fermentation, approaching sensitivity, intraperitoneal inoculation into mice. So differences we can identify, that is under the morphology, under the pneumococci, so capsulated, lanceolated diplococci, oval shape or rounded in chains. ఓకే, హియర్ లాన్సియోలైట్ చెప్పాను కదా, కొడవలి మాదిరి రెండు యాడియం ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి పొడిచినట్టు ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడైతే ఓవర్గా ఉంటుంది, రౌండెడ్గా ఉంటుంది, చైన్స్లో ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, క్విల్లింగ్ టెస్ట్ ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్గా ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్గా ఉంటుంది. క్విల్లింగ్ టెస్ట్ అంటే a swelling reaction we are seeing in the testing. Then colonies, how the colonies? Here the dome shaped, not only the dome shaped Drahtmann or coin appearance will be there. Here only dome shaped appearance we are seeing. Then how the growth in liquid? Uniform turbidity ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ. ఇక్కడ గ్రాన్యులర్ టర్బిడిటీ విత్ పౌడరీ డిపాజిట్స్ ఉంటాయి. బైల్ సాల్యుబిలిటీ ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఉంటుంది. ఇన్సులిన్ ఫర్మెంటేషన్ ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఉంటుంది. ఆప్టోచిన్ సెన్సిటివిటీ టెస్ట్ ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఉంటుంది. దెన్ ఇంటర్పెరిటోనియల్ ఇనాక్యులేషన్ ఇంటూ మైస్. సో ఒకవేళ మనం అనిమల్స్లో ఇనాక్యులేషన్ చేసుకుంటే సో ఫేటల్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ ఉంటుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ సీరియస్ ఇన్ ద pneumococci, but it is not that much of serious in the viridans pneumococci, non-pathogenic. So these are the most important some of the differences between viridans pneumococci and pneumococci. So this is giving for 5 marks questions and 2 marks questions. Then I am going to briefly summarizing. So today I am discussing regarding the pneumococcus bacteria. Pneumococci is a very important bacteria, is having the diplococci appearance, lanceolate appearance. One end is broad, one end is going to attaching. So mainly it is causing the pneumonia and meningitis. It is very commonly leading diseases in the children is otitis media and meningitis. It is also spreading through the nasopharynx, enter into the bloodstream and causing the lobar pneumonia and bronchopneumonia and meningitis. It is also spreading through the blood circulation, enter into the heart, endocardium and going to the peritoneum. Peritonitis also we are seeing, and involving to the joints and leads to the inflammation of the joints also. So detecting by the culture staining and microscope, by collection of the sputum and the CSF fluid. In the condition of meningitis, in the condition of peritonitis, you can collect the peritoneal fluid. So under the microscopy, how the colonies are will be there, a Drahtmann appearance or coin-like appearance are there. So if you are going to discussing the biochemical reaction, the most important is bile solubility test and insulin fermentation and aptogene sensitivity test and cooling reaction. These are the very important biochemical reactions we are seeing under the pneumococci. So in this pneumococcal, so treatment is there. Cephalosporin is very common treatment and vaccine is also available. We can advise the vaccination. But you can preventive measures also you can medicate by wearing the mask, by doing thorough hand washing before touching the mouth and face. So these are the some common preventive measures we should maintain to prevent the pneumococcal infections, especially in the children and adults. Okay, thank you very much. So in this examination, mainly two questions they are asking: what is the pneumococci, what is the morphology and characteristics, then what is the laboratory pathogenesis of pneumococci, and what is the lab diagnosis of pneumococci. That is one essay question. Then second 5 marks or 2 marks question they are asking differences between viridans group of pneumococci and pneumococci. This is the 5 marks question. For the 2 marks question, they are asking Drahtmann appearance or quilling reactions, insulin fermentations, and bile solubility test. This is the some 2 marks question they are asking in the subject. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you send to my WhatsApp. I will give the clarification for your doubts. Thank you. Thank you very much.